Facebook. But yeah, so one of the biggest things, like I said, is this trade. Is it a good trade for the Lakers? Is it a good trade for Dallas? What does the rest of the NBA look like, due to these trades that's going on? That's the big thing, right? We all have our perceptions and what we think was happening. I think, that somebody getting paid to do some shit, because I don't see it, right? I don't see how the hell you get rid of Luca. What you saying about that?
I say this is a Dallas. They clearly want to win now. This is a move. The GM said that we have a 3 to 4 year window based off Kyrie and Clay. We want to win now. We're not looking toward the future, and he feel like AD is a better fit for them to win now with those based on the pieces that they have right now instead of Luca, who who don't want to work out, who don't want to keep himself right, condition, and they don't feel comfortable enough paying him 350 million, even though he a superstar. They just don't see a bright future for him. So yeah, it's a crazy trade. I wouldn't trade my 25-year-old superstar who's gonna bring in tickets, bring in jersey sales, bring in excitement alone, just watching him play. But if you want to win now, and I do think this is a desperate attempt to save the NBA. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Well, listen, man, it's too late now. Shit, you already gave him the 300 mil. So I don't know what the hell they what I'm saying, that they upset about, because they already did it. I mean, you look at the league, you look at Zion, you look at other players in the NBA, and they've already started doing these crazy things. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So you should know that these guys don't feel like they don't have to work out. They feel like they don't have to do certain things
yeah,
to make it in the NBA. So it's like, when Iris was talking about basket, practice,
yeah.
practice. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
I mean, what do you say?
yeah. You still got to play Zion. These players that you mentioning, these superstars, they not playing 70 games anymore. They playing 55, 60. They had to make a new rule just for them to get them to play. But when they do play, they are dominant. They are dominant, unstoppable. They're gonna put the numbers up. They're exciting, but at the same time,
Man,
350
shit, you
million,
pay me
a lot of
million.
money.
I ain't playing. I'm playing 50 games. Shit,
Man, this is your job. You want me to pay you for you to not do your job,
you're
not take
already
care
paying.
of.
You're already paying me. What the hell you saying? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
I'm not finna be the first team to give one single player 350 million and to barely to get to the finals.
Mm. Well,
I'm not
hey,
300. I'm not finna be the first team. That could be somebody else. It's not finna be me.
hey,
Especially if you don't want to work out. Yeah, you don't want to work out. You hooping, but I'm looking at you as my future. 10 years from now, do I see you still being the same player 5, 10 years from now, or are you going to start to decline? And
well, that's
it's a
what I
reason.
do. Well, you know what I'm saying. Well, that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Is, are you going to decline? You know, are you going to be that player? That's the biggest thing right there. And and the thing to tell you is that, these players don't really have to. They don't really have to be that player. They making so much money,
yeah,
right? They don't have to be that player. They don't have to do those things that would make you have longevity. When, back in the 60s and 70s, when they were playing basketball, the 80s, you weren't making that type of money. Your
no,
ass better play those games or you share luck. Now, not so much. So at the point, you ask yourself, I mean, do you really blame them?
so it's hurting the NBA the fact that more NBA players are making more money. It's giving them they don't have the sense of urgency to want to play now that they're getting paid all this money. even though they, putting up better numbers or more. I wouldn't say better numbers, but they scoring more. That's all I should say. But is it
I would
you?
say so.
It's
If you
hurting.
ask me, I would say so. But like I said, if you look at what's going on right now with this trade that came out of nowhere that hit everybody in the face from nowhere, it was kind of crazy
Why?
because nobody, listen, man, nobody would be expecting a team to trade they star player like that out of nowhere. It wasn't even like there was news about him being unhappy. Maybe he was. Everybody's a little bit unhappy, but there was nothing where it was like, oh, Luka's getting tired and
Yeah,
he's had an argument with the GM or the VP or he's
yeah.
not getting along with Kyrie. There was nothing like that that would say, hey, things are falling apart in Dallas. So therefore, I'm like, hell, where the hell this come from?
And the fact, what make it even more suspicious, if they ain't even shop them to other teams, they ain't even put the word out. They could have got a way better deal. They ain't even get. They got one draft pick, one first round pick. They just like this is a secret deal between Dallas and LA, and I think this was a desperate attempt to save the NBA. They knew this news would shock the world and have everybody talking about the league, and they knew that Lakers. They always have Lakers were probably the best fit for him. He a young international star. They Lakers have a history of winning championships, especially when a superstar. Whenever they go to the Lakers, they end up winning a championship. But the fact that they didn't even shop him or put the news out to. They didn't give any other team a chance to bid for him. Like that's
Nah.
what make it suspicious. Like what is going on? Like yeah, they have a relationship, but you could
Mhm.
have got way more than what you got.
Well, you know what? You could have, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Lakers got the guy that they wanted. So if they got the guy they wanted, then why shop? They got a guy who they can build a team around. Somebody who already has a name, somebody who already has a proven track record, somebody who's right now is dominant in the league, right? So I don't need to shop for anybody else. Now what I need to do is I need to shop for other players. And that's what they're going to do. It's going to be about 2 3 years. They're going to shop around. They leave their thing is gone. You know what I'm saying? Um, their this right here. Their season's over with, dude.
Yeah, yeah, they won. Yeah, that was probably like what the fifth seed before they traded for Luca, but they won. They didn't really have no real chance of winning the championship this year or probably next year. So yeah, it was smart for the Lakers to pick up Luca. But if you're Dallas, you want to win now, but you gotta think for your future 10 years from now. Like
Ah,
you
man. Here's the
traded
thing,
for
man. I don't
uh
I don't think I don't think nobody's thinking that far ahead, man.
5 years from now. Still, Luca is your. You don't understand how rare it is to have a superstar like that fall into your lap. You're gonna have to tank a few seasons just to. It's like look at the NBA teams right now that's been horrible for decades and they ain't really got nowhere. They just had draft pick after draft pick, and they still trash. But some teams every now and then luck up and get draft a superstar, and they end up, you know, bringing money in, saving the teams, taking them to the playoffs, giving them a real chance to win.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Let me say a warm welcome to my guy Solomon. How you feeling, man?
Peace, peace. What's going on?
Oh
So what's
man,
up?
everything, man. Everything. How you been?
Been doing good. Been doing good. How about you, man?
I've been doing all right. All right.
Yeah, good
So
to hear
this is
that.
this is my nephew right here. This is the car Ray.
Hey,
What's
how
up?
you
Solid.
doing, brother?
What's up, man?
I'm
So
good.
hey, I'm surprised you ain't did nothing on this. Cause you've been on this talking about everybody fucking conspiracy, this some bullshit. So I'm shocked you ain't did anything, man. But uh like I
I
said,
have a
man,
conspiracy
this is
theory
huh?
behind this trade.
This is crazy.
I think what they're doing is one, LeBron James is retiring. soon,
Boom.
right?
Boom.
So
Mm.
I think what they're doing is they're gonna bring Luka to the Lakers. Now, the attendance, I mean not the attendance, but the viewership in America is down
Yeah.
in the NBA. Like down drastically.
Yeah.
So this will get the NBA buzzing, but that's not the real reason why they did that. Although the viewership in America is down internationally, they're still getting their views.
Mm.
So what you're seeing now is the beginning of a transition.
Mm.
They're going to have more and more international stars highlighted in the NBA now because they're going to start catering to an international audience.
Yep.
What you're going to begin to see is less Black American players in the NBA. Now, I know it sounds crazy right now,
It
Uh,
sounded crazy right
but
now.
it's going
it's
to be
Sounded
15,
crazy.
20 years from now. You're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to see less and less, what the term now they use FBA.
mm.
You're going to see less of those players in the NBA, and you're going to see more and more international players coming into the NBA because it's going to be starting to, the NBA is going to start to cater to, the international audience as the viewership of America audience began to dwindle because we see in the old NBA and is
Yeah.
NBA is definitely using more European rules as opposed to how it was in the 90s.
Mm.
So that's what they're doing. And you have along with the NBA commissioner, this really started in the early 2000s. And the person that spearheaded it was Popovich from the San Antonio Spurs. He was the one that began to bring a lot of these international stars, international players into the league. People don't know Tim Duncan is not from America.
Mm.
Obviously you see it today with Wemby, but
Yeah.
Tony Parker, Ginobili, they're not Americans.
Yeah.
These are international players. And if you talk to the NBA players that played with Popovich, they'll tell you he don't really like FBA, players. He don't really like them like that because they tend to be more rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to, what I'm saying, like, it's a whole thing that comes with us that, we not and whereas those international players, they just come to play ball. But we're the NBA and these new players,
Yeah.
especially going into the 2000s, they're a little more conscious. You know what I'm saying? It's like becoming like you seen the whole incident with Kyrie Irving, for example.
Yeah.
They kind of want to do away with those incidences, even though they was able to get past it, but they really want to do away with those random incidents. Sharif Abdul Rahim, I think it was. He had some views and the I forget what his name was, but he was like the 3-point champion for the Chicago Bulls when
Uh,
they won their first championship. Hodges,
Hodges, yeah.
yeah. When they won a championship, I guess it was like everybody come dressed up to because whoever won the championship go to see the president. So when they went to go see the president, he had like an African garb on and he was doing some type of protest
He
in
was
support
out.
of something
He
that was
was
going on.
out right after that.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
that
they got
shit.
him up out of the NBA for that. So those random outbursts, they keep track of those things, and then like along with the stuff like that is not really conscious, but it's rebellious, like stuff like what Allen Iverson was doing,
Yeah.
like those type of things is like they talk about this type of stuff, and then the culture that comes with it. So it's a culture now in the NBA, whereas though those last coaches like the Larry Browns
Yeah.
and the Popoviches and all those coaches, the thing is to let the NBA go to shit. Let the NBA go to shit as we bring in the international players, and then we could start, making it interesting again.
Yeah.
So this is how they making the NBA go to shit.
I see. That's interesting because I have seen Adam Silver talk about, bringing in more international or doing something with the international leagues, and it used to be a very large gap, like at least during the Olympics with USA team, playing against France and Spain, and or the last time they played, it felt like the gap, it wasn't as much of a gap. So it's interesting. And now in the league, like most of the best players right now are international or from overseas, like Joker, Giannis, Wemby coming to the league. So that is very interesting. I can see that happening, um within the next.
But I thought they were already trying to expand a different league like NBA Europe or something like that.
Yeah.
So why would they want to merge the two when they trying to expand it? When they trying to expand it into two separate kind of umbrella in the from the NBA to the European NBA to
Well,
just bringing all the talent from the European league to the NBA.
they might, expand it first, then merge it just to see how it go. Like if it, depending on the talent and the talent and viewership and the conversations that are had while that's happening. Questions might come up like, hey, let's see what they do with the NBA. I can definitely see that, them doing something with the international league and kind
So
of
so
merging it with it.
so you said so Solo, you saying that it's really going to affect more American players, especially I guess like American players,
Mhm.
right? So so then what does that look like? What you say 10, 15 years from now? What does
We,
that look like for college players being drafted into the NBA? What does that look like
man.
from the US?
Well, I still think they would have a better chance of getting into the league. Like it's still, unless it's not, centered in the US anymore, unless they move the NBA somewhere outside of the US, but I doubt that. Like that's gonna have to, take a lot more time into, growing and developing and stuff. But majority of the best basketball players, I would still say, come from the US. Although international players they say are more skilled or more well, I wouldn't say more skilled, more fundamentally sound, but I think it's still going to take some time. It's just we getting more 7 foot guards from international players, or 7 foot players that can do everything, like the Wimby's, Jokers. Like we getting more of them from outside of the states than inside.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm
but how would you
yeah,
say, Solar?
yeah, I was gonna say, I know I'm gonna sound like an old guy, um, but a lot of the players, like the rules have changed over time,
Mm, yeah,
and like a Joker, he'll like whoever's good today, like the real good players will be good in in the 90s,
mm,
but they wouldn't be as good because like the rules kind of enhances certain things. Like
yeah,
imagine if like Hakeem Olajuwon played in today's NBA,
yeah.
you know,
But
That's what
we're
I
and
was saying.
crazy. Yeah,
it'd be crazy numbers. So
yeah,
um Joker in the 90s, his numbers wouldn't look as good as it is today. And the reason will be because in the 90s it was more of a big man's game. Like
yeah,
most of the best players in the league in the 90s, most of them were like the big men because it was like the
yeah,
thing in the 90s would be like everything started from the center. Like,
yeah,
he would be like the person, especially if you had a good center, So a lot of the NBA teams had what they call defensive specialists. That people that they couldn't score, but they just played defense
and
because
rebound. Yeah,
and rebound and like just give the big man some problems. So you had to have at least two of those type of players for like a Hakeem Olajuwon because he's fouling people out, and Shaquille O'Neal as well.
Yeah.
And then you had the Patrick Ewings, and you know what I'm saying, like, so you had these big men like the David Robinsons, and it was a lot of big men that was like good, you know. So it'd be a little, I think it'd be a little harder for like a person like Jokic to play in the 90s, but like he'd still be balling out though.
Yeah.
But like, you was making you made a comment talking about like, like the college players and how would that look. You see, like the college, everything is like transitioning into like a whole different era. They paying college players now, from what I
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
different. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
With the NDA or
Yeah,
yeah,
the NIL. Now
NIL, the
is
NIL.
that hurting
Yeah.
is that hurting college
Well,
basketball?
yeah, I think
yeah,
so. I
yeah,
think it's
yeah,
good that they're
yeah,
getting paid
yeah,
to a degree, but when you're making millions,
yeah.
yeah, in the
It's during the
portal,
NBA too. Like,
and the
they
portal is also killing,
Well,
and that's killing college.
only the best players is making that type of money though. So
Yeah.
they most likely gonna be one and done. So
hmm.
I don't see what's the problem with that.
I guess things balance out over time, because at a point they wasn't getting paid at all. So and then they was playing, they was making other people a lot of money. So
Yeah,
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 jersey sale, all that couldn't eat off that.
yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, but with this trade specifically with Luca and AD, I can see how well I can see both angles, right? I can see how the Lakers is looking at, okay, well, we're going to rebuild, and I can see as because like you said, LeBron is going to be out in about a couple of years, and I think Dallas is looking to compete this year. That
Yeah,
was to me was a good trade.
yeah, for them
You know what
for
I'm
this
saying?
year.
You put him with Kyrie, you got a big man now. He can play four. He ain't got to play five. It matches him up, kind of like you say kind of old, like sound kind of old. You
Yeah,
got your point, and then you got your big man.
you know,
That's a nice combo.
they ain't got a shooter, spot up shooter.
Yeah,
So,
with Clay.
yep. Although
So
he's not the same, but yeah, they have to win right now. But with the Lakers, if I'm Luca, I'm still 25. I was still competing. I was just in the finals last year. I don't want to sit through a whole rebuilding phase. I want to compete still too. So if you're the Lakers, how long do you think it would take for you to build a solid team around him to compete for a championship?
man, they ain't gonna see a championship until about four,
Or
5 years, maybe.
4 or 5 years? Damn. I think they could make a couple moves and be at least a contender by next year.
How? Solo, do you see that by next year?
Now, who you talking about? Lakers?
The
Yeah,
Lakers.
Lakers. Yep. All they
Um,
really need is a
with
big.
Luca,
Yeah.
let's say hypothetically LeBron is still there.
Yeah.
They would need to get a big man.
That's
What
all
I
they
keep
need.
saying.
That's all they need.
Yeah,
An athletic big man, somebody that can throw the lob to and can play defense.
but
But
here's my
they don't got
issue.
to be AD, but just somebody, just somebody.
Here's my take on it. Right, Luca and LeBron pretty much plays the same position. Right, somebody ain't getting that ball, so LeBron would have to play off the ball a lot,
Yeah.
and then you got to think is Luca go give him the ball
He's a
like
great
that?
passer. He's still 39-9. He gonna
Who?
find you Luca.
Who?
Let's look 39-9 every night. He gonna get you the ball.
Yeah, he's getting
And if
everybody the
I'm
ball.
Luca,
He ain't
I'm
gonna put.
telling Brian, bag. Oh man, it's my team now. I got it. Stand in the corner like you tell everybody else. Stand. It's your turn to stand in the corner
You
now.
gonna tell LeBron to stand in the corner?
Brian, get your ass in the corner. It's my team now. It's
Shit.
my
Okay.
team. It's your turn to stand in the corner now.
Hey, how he gonna stand in the corner when Bronny's standing in the corner?
Oh, Bronny, just wait. And
Yeah, it's
ain't
definitely Luca's team now.
it's definitely
Yeah.
That's how you know LeBron might be out of here in a couple of years because they usually have to go through LeBron. LeBron the one making the decisions. Not this time. No,
So,
no.
so you don't think that's gonna be a issue with LeBron? He's
What?
been running the Lakers for a
He
while.
40. He 40. He already complaining about having a high workload. I shouldn't be having to do all this at 40. I'm still putting, doing good. I'm a top 10 player at 40 years old. Yeah, I'm still doing this, but I shouldn't have to be doing this at 40. I shouldn't have to work more the older I get.
Only way that can work is if LeBron he tone it down and become like a Magic Johnson floor general and make sure Luka get in position to score.
Yeah,
But if they going by how they play normally, then Luka would have to be the person that is
yeah.
setting the pace.
And Brian, he already been kind of playing off ball anyway while AD was there. He shoot more jumpers now. He just kind of like directing everybody. He a floor general, he a bigger version of Chris Paul now. You don't have to have the ball. Just make sure that they both high IQ players. I'm sure they're gonna figure out how to make it work. But
Man, I'm telling you, I don't see LeBron. LeBron is a stat chaser, man. He is not finna let Luca have all of
he
that,
already
dude.
got
He's
all
a
the
stat
stats.
chaser.
He already
Huh?
got all the stats. What other stats do he need now? He got
Man,
all the stats.
he's still stat chaser, stat patter. He's trying to look. Look. He's still chasing that. He's still chasing that one more ring. He's still
Oh,
there's like he still
if,
don't he
if Bron and Luca get another ring, y'all gonna blame Bron for having another superstar teammate, even though he
no,
ain't.
he won a ring. He just stayed to go.
Oh,
shit, shit. Like he didn't get it. He didn't get the ring. Luca came and got the ring. You know,
regardless of his numbers, it's just gonna be Luca carry.
it's gonna be yeah, just like it was Kyrie,
Um,
just like it was Kyrie, just like it was Wade. It's the same. That changed.
Uh, so why y'all think it was so secret though? Because according to official reports, they're saying that not even the players knew they were traded.
mm,
I think it was. I'll tell you, I can go more on lines of what you said. I think it was something that was a backdoor deal that was they felt was the betterment for the NBA based on
yeah,
ratings, based on sales, based on a lot of different ancillaries that's going on, and they didn't want to bring it out because what if somebody just like I think Dakara, you said this earlier. What if somebody else would have said, "I'll give you more for it"?
it's
Then
a
what do
hundred.
you say?
It's
Then
a
what do
hundred.
you say?
That's 100%. They know that. So why not? Why just like come on? Like out of all the other teams in the NBA, somebody out there is gonna offer you a better offer, especially better than the Lakers. They don't have much to offer.
Yeah,
But I guess if you're Dallas and you a GM and you want to win right now, and you say, hey, AD is the best fit for our team. That's the only player I want on this team right now. I don't want to hear any other offers, but that's the one player that I want. I don't get. But at the same time, I do think this is a desperate attempt to say the NBA they could have got way more than just AD and one first round draft pick.
I think I don't think it's the NBA. I think it's the Lakers. I think
Yeah,
they try. I think the Lakers uh, uh, value, especially if LeBron is going to leave eventually,
yeah.
is the market is going down. So
Mhm.
you can't get in the bidding war with somebody else because
But it's the
then,
Lakers though.
huh?
It's the Lakers though. When you already had an upper hand just by
No,
being in LA.
okay, no, because when Magic got there, the Lakers was like one of the sorriest ass teams in the NBA. So I mean, you know their attraction can go down. Seats. I mean, Lakers are always going to be Lakers, right? But when you get a team like that, it's about franchise. It's about championships. It,
Yeah,
it has more to do with just
yeah.
Lakers.
they not going. They not. The Lakers aren't the Knicks. They not satisfied with just making money and bringing in ticket sales. They gonna make money regardless if they win or not. As far as the Knicks, but the Lakers, they have a history of winning championships. I
Man,
do agree with that.
man, Lakers, you gotta win, dude.
You gotta
You
win,
can only lose so much. They fire all y'all asses.
But then
especially after Boston just won the championship. Like, yeah, they gotta do something.
what about Dallas too? Like, cause it's like Luca just went to the NBA Finals. He's like
Well,
one of the top players in the league, and you just trade him for AD. Now AD is a great player, but he's injury prone. Like what? That it doesn't make sense. Like it's like
No, it don't make sense.
you trade him, and then it's like he didn't know because he just bought a $15 million house in
yeah,
Dallas.
he's there
Oh
for
shit, did he?
yeah.
Yeah. So he obviously he didn't know what was going on.
2 days
15
before.
million? Oh,
So how
hell
you
no.
how do you? It got to be something more going on.
They said the reports was they said something happened that made because they Dallas apparently Dallas was already planning on not re-signing him. They probably weren't going to offer that 350 million supermax. They was probably just going to let him go or end up trading him. But they said something happened within the last few days that made them escalate that deal or that trade
So
going through.
now, so he's injured right now, right?
Yeah, right now, but he could be coming back this Saturday. So
What did he injure?
it was so he got injured. It was some type of leg injury, but it was the same leg injury that he injured 2 other times.
Yeah, so they may see something like what I mean, Lakers may be getting damaged goods, man.
That could be possible. And they said, he already have weight issues, gaining weight, and he don't really condition. Him and the medical training staff been having tension. So
Okay.
something it has to be something that made them say, "Hey, do you want my best player? Here, take him. Just give me this." Like it got to be something. Lakers might have got fleeced, and we just finding out. We're gonna find out 2 years later.
Man, it says that Luca has been dealing with a nasal fracture after taking a hit to the face during a game against the 76ers. That's his injury?
No, it's another leg injury. It's a calf injury, I think. Luka had.
Now, now,
No, it says as of now, it's not reported he has a leg injury. His main concern is a nasal fracture from the most recent game. However, he has been dealing with a ankle and a knee soreness. But still, but still, like, dude, you deal with that. You don't let Luca go. Like you said, they just won. Well, I mean,
now,
it's finals.
now, after this happened, I think Kyrie Irving is asking for a trade.
No, I just seen a report where Kyrie Irving was excited to play with AD. Like they
Okay.
talked about it back in it wasn't back. I mean, it wasn't until back in 2018 where they've been talking about it, I guess when they played something together. It was the All-Star game or something, but they talked about it. So, um, but the fact that they sat out after the trade made raise questions like Kyrie and them sat out after Luka got traded. So I mean, it's still a possibility, but I don't.
I don't really don't think that no one else wanted to come play with LeBron. Look, he had plenty of opportunities to get people, and I don't really think nobody wants to really play with LeBron in LA.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a part of the system. You don't. Nobody want to stand on the corner not in their prime. Nobody want to go stand in the corner because that's what you're gonna have to do playing with Brian. But he gonna get you to the chip, but you gonna stand in the corner.
So it changes shifting gear a little bit. What do you think about Bronny? I think LeBron is a prop for the Lakers. I don't think he's an NBA player. I don't think that if it was any other team that he would have got drafted and been sitting to develop, but bringing him up and playing, if it wasn't for his dad. I don't think that, you know, he still is rated like 300 and some out of 350 players in the G League. So I don't get it. I mean, I just don't get it. I think that other players see it as well, and they like, this is a joke. I'm not going to be part of this because it's not by merit. It's by his dad's nepotism.
Yeah,
And nepotism don't go in the NBA. It doesn't happen in sports like that.
yeah, I think it's definitely nepotism, and I think that's part of what I was saying. Like, when I was saying like they're gonna allow the NBA to go to shit, because really it's about these. It's really about these players. They getting too much money. They're beginning to demand too much. Now it's like they're getting this what they call it when they don't play, load management.
Yeah.
It's like they doing this stuff intentionally to make a bad product because they're transitioning.
Mm.
And when they transition, it's already people, the viewership is down in America, so people gonna begin to demand for like a change. So that helps them to be in a position to make a drastic change. And I think that the change is going to be, for the most part, making it more international, appealing to a more international audience.
Mm.
And in doing so, you know, they could bring back certain aspects of the game, and you have more players that are less rebellious, far as how they conduct themselves in the NBA. Because the thing is, like, everybody got a podcast now. You see, with all the former
Oh
players,
yeah, yeah.
and they're just like, they're giving you all the tea on how their lifestyle, and you know, and you're thinking like, damn, how do we got time to go to practice if he's doing all this type of stuff? Like, so it's like, it's kind of crazy, and it's compromising.
Oh, he
Oh
just dropped out.
yeah,
But
I think he just dropped out.
first of all, Bronny being a prop is crazy. Don't do Bronny like that, man. He more. But damn, so he basically saying, the NBA or NBA players got too much freedom, too much power right now, and they trying to transition and bring in some more people where they can, control a little bit more. That's not as woke as the current NBA league. That's what it sounds like he's saying. Which I can see, like, NBA players, they may have too much power. They getting paid all this money, and they and then they playing half the games that they supposed to be playing. But Bronny, I still think, like I've been saying this from day one. He last pick of the draft, getting number one pick expectations. They
No,
won't.
he not. I don't know why you keep
I
saying that,
still,
man. I don't know why you keep. I don't know
every
why you
time
keep
he
saying that. I don't know
every
why you
time
keep
he
saying
step
that.
in the game, he getting. First of all, he got a fan base. Every time he get in the game, the attention is on him. The spotlight is on him. People want to see what he do. Yeah, you can say it's nepotism, but the fact that LeBron James, the current goal of today, has the opportunity to be the first NBA player to play with his son. Of course, they're gonna make that happen. But you say Bronny's not an NBA player. But if you look at all of the other last picks of the draft, the 55th pick in the second round draft, you can say that you can most likely say they aren't NBA players either.
Who?
All of the other 55th picks of the draft, they most likely not in the league right now either.
Yeah, but
And
which
so you
tell me
can
this. Okay, but which one of them are playing on the NBA team and on the court that's coming up back and forth? Which one of those players that you just named is not traveling with the G League team and staying in different hotels or only playing home games when they by the Lakers?
it depends on the
Which one of
team.
those players is doing that?
It depends on the team and their situation, what they got
What
going. It's a whole different team.
what I
They might
asked was,
operate, they might operate a lot differently than how the Lakers are operating.
they offering a lot differently than the goddamn Lakers is because no one else is doing it. No one, no one else is doing it. So therefore, I'm saying no, he's not. I mean, look, he didn't. He had a couple. He had some nice games, right?
So,
And
so
he had some nice
let-
games where he did average 30, 20 some points. He did do that, right? But for the most part, he he only averaged 5 or 6 points. He averaged 5 or 6 points in college. He averaged 5 or 6 points in the G League. He averaged point 0.2 or 4 points or something like that, or 3 points in the NBA. But with that, he has multiple turnovers. He bad ball decisions, or bad decisions, ball handling. He's just not that guy. Now I ain't saying he won't be that guy, but at this point, he's not that guy.
so what are the expectations for a 55th pick in the draft? What are the expectations?
To be in the G League and develop.
Just to be in the G League, not
To
even
be in,
get for
to be in the G
not
League and develop.
so the last pick of the draft, not even worth being on the NBA court right now. The 55th pick, not
He
even worth an NBA minute.
huh?
So you
Well,
saying the only expectation for the 55th pick of the draft is to be in the G League, right? That's what you're saying. Because most NBA, by the way, G League player NBA teams don't just look at the highest score in the G League. By the way, there's a lot more than to it than what they look for than just scoring. They look for if you can do certain things that you would be able to do in the NBA game besides just shoot a bunch of shots on a sorry team.
man, what I'm telling you is that the 55th pick of the NBA draft is a developmental. I don't know if you gonna make it player.
Mm,
That's what they are. And if you worth, I see some potential. You're going to the G League. And
okay.
in the G League, if you're averaging 3, 4 points per game, your ass is not coming back up and playing on the main court. You're just not doing it.
That's not true. They're not just looking at points per game. They looking at
Oh,
fundamentals, what you can do, like as far as learning plays, how you come up off a screen. They looking at the mechanics, things like that. They're not just looking at points per game.
the
That's why
whole
they
listen.
put that's
Okay,
the developmental part.
okay. So in the G League, right? He's not averaging points per game. He's not averaging in assists. He's not averaging in rebounds. He's averaging in turnovers. That's what he's averaging. He's not. I mean, he's a defensive liability. That was one of the things that they was afraid because he's not. He's only what 6 feet tall or 6'1".
Mhm.
He's not really that fast. He doesn't have those. He doesn't have those same attributes that his dad has, and that's okay. And all I'm saying is that this is a guy who does not belong in the NBA at his point
Uh,
in career.
I
And
believe I think there's a player just as bad as Bronny on every NBA team right
where
now on the
name?
15th.
Tell me this. Name one player. Name one player at the position that Bronny plays in that he could start over in the NBA.
I'm not
Name
saying
one.
I'm saying period on the NBA team right now that's just as sorry skill wise, numbers
No,
wise, they're still on the team.
listen. I said based on his position, what player in the NBA would you stick Bronny in front of?
I'm not.
Right. There's not one. You can stop thinking. There's not one. There's not
Um,
one from the second to the third to the fourth string that you would stick Bronny in front of. Now you might say in the developmental team, maybe there may be somebody who you think maybe he might develop into
every NBA
better than.
every NBA team got a garbage player, huh? That's not getting no minutes.
Then
That's
they
still
still
on
better
the
than
bar.
him though. They still better than him.
And they still better than him. I'm saying they just as sorry as
No,
him.
but they're better than him. Listen, if they're on that court and they're suited up, they're better than Ronnie. There's a reason why they're not in the G League. There's a reason for it.
Bronny not the only player being sent to the G League. Hell, the Warriors. What's his name?
Who?
Uh,
Who?
uh, Kumonga. He was sent back and forth to the G League. Wiseman, that the center that they drafted a couple years ago, he was sent back and forth to the G League, and he was a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
So players not just being sent to the G League just because they trash.
Yeah, they send them to get more
It's
minutes because they're not playing.
development. It's development. You gotta let Bronny develop. He the 55th
Yeah,
pick of the draft.
develop in the G League.
He can't get no minutes during garbage time. Because that's the
Dude,
only time
okay,
Bronny can't get no
so
minutes. The team
so
blown out by 30. He can't get no garbage minutes during. He can't
yeah,
get
so
no
you know
garbage
what?
minutes.
The guy that you said that went to the G League averaged 17.2 points per game. How many is Bronny averaging per game? Oh, it's not about points. How many assists is Bronny averaging? Oh, it's not about assists. Oh, it's all about development. How many turnovers did he have? Oh, well, it's not about turnovers. It's about LeBron. It's about Bronny developing. It's an excuse, just like his dad. Anytime you bring up statistics and things with him, he is not that player.
He's shown flashes. He's had good
Oh
games
my
in the
God,
season.
he showed flashes. Flashes of what?
He's shown flashes. He's had a couple 30-point games, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. He's
He's
shown flashes.
he's an inconsistent player in the G League,
But
and he's a non player in the NBA.
let's get off Bronny though, who's actually in the NBA. Let's talk about your GOAT, Jordan's son, who was arrested today for DUI for coke. Let's talk about that. Let's
But
talk
what they
about
got
that.
to do with the NBA
Let's
though?
let's
He's
talk
not in the
about that.
NBA.
Let's talk
Jordan,
about your GOAT son and what he could.
Jordan's son is not in the NBA.
He
He's
tried.
not in the G
He tried.
League. It has
Exactly. He
nothing
was
to do with
trash.
the
He
NBA.
tried to
You
get into
just
the league. He was
huh?
trash.
He just
He tried
what?
to get into the league. He was trash.
Jordan didn't try to get him in the league.
No, Jordan's son tried to get into the league.
Jordan's son tried to get in the league on his own, and he did not.
Oh, so you
Jordan's son
saying
did. The one that played at Illinois,
you
right?
saying Jordan ain't had no pull to get his son on the team?
The one that played at Illinois, right? You talking about that son?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Jordan knew his son wasn't good enough, and Jordan knew that if his son was going to make it in the NBA, he had to make it on his own. He wasn't going to make it on his name, and that's the reason why his son didn't get there. And that's the same reason if LeBron would have did the same thing, his son wouldn't have got there. Nobody was picking him if LeBron wasn't LeBron. No one. That's the only reason why the Lakers picked him, is because it was a 2 package deal. They didn't want LeBron to go nowhere.
I don't care if I had a chance to play with my son. I'm gonna get him into the league. If it's even a conversation, which it is, he might have gotten to the league a little bit early, but a year early. But I still think he got the mechanics. He just needs time to develop.
What mechanics? Okay, you keep saying mechanics. What mechanics does he have? Explain it. What mechanics does he have?
He's athletic. He can dribble. He can shoot.
He can dribble. Everybody in the NBA can dribble.
He's not great at one thing.
Everybody in the NBA that's a guard can dribble. So what do you mean he can dribble?
He what do you mean? He a guard. I mean he can. He
Okay,
not great.
can dribble.
He got the fundamentals of an NBA player. Like he can. He's athletic enough. He's good enough to be out there during garbage time. That's all.
He said during garbage time. What fundamentals does he have that would make him a NBA player?
He's not great at one thing. He's not bad. He might turn the ball over, but so does LeBron. But he's decent at shooting. He's decent at dribbling. Decent at passing. He only thing hurting him is that he's not great at anything, but he's decent at everything as well. And his size. That's the only thing.
You do understand that the NBA is a league for greater than average.
Right. That's
you
why
understand it, right?
It's
greater than average.
He's the last pick of the draft.
And what you told me is he's not good at really at anything. He's not great at really at anything. And he's pretty much just mediocre at a lot of things.
Now.
And that's the reason to pick him in the NBA.
That's right now. That's why he's the last pick of the draft.
Let me ask you a question. Would that standard ever be applied to the NFL? Could you ever be just good at I'm just good at something, but I'm not really great at anything, and you be on it, not even just a practice squad. Maybe you might make the practice squad.
Yeah, third string.
Right? But you'll never hit that floor. You'll never hit the field in the NFL saying, "Oh, I'm good at something." I'm not really great at anything, and I'm all right at this. What never happened? Never.
I'd say he better than the average college player.
Oh, how was that? Oh my God, dude,
The
he only
average college
averaged 5 points per game, maybe two assists or 3 assists a game.
he
How
only
is he?
played. He
How is
only
he better
played
than
a
the
few
average?
games.
How is he better than the average college player? His statistics don't show it. His gameplay don't show it. So how is he? How can you even say that? You still have yet to say why he's should be in the NBA.
He the 55th pick of the draft. You
Okay.
can say that about every other 55th
Okay.
pick in the
Okay.
NBA.
Okay.
It's a yeah, he could be, or maybe he not ready to be in the NBA, but he's still you barely in the league at that point. The
Okay.
55th pick. He not the first round pick. Why does he have these high expectations just to be in the league?
His only expectation is because he's playing on the floor.
During
That's the
garbage
reason
time,
why.
the game is already over when he on the floor. It's already over. So that's basically like being on the G League, playing in the G League team. And the fact that he's still getting major attention during garbage time, that says something.
It says that his dad got a lot of pull. That's what it says. That's exactly what it says.
Apparently, not that much pull if they
Yeah.
traded your best player while you trying to win the championship.
Listen, that's what it's saying. That's what, dude. Okay, so just Ross was Texas, right? Active players that was the 55th overall pick currently playing and have had sex in the NBA, right? Justin Jackson, Denver Nuggets, 2018. Jalen Newell in 2019, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Aaron Wiggins, 2021, Oklahoma City Thunder. And then most currently is Aaron Wilkins. Aaron Wilkins is current 55th pick. There's four. There's
That's still in.
three people. There's three people, right?
That's
There's
still
three
in the
people.
NBA.
There's three people. Um,
That's just still in the NBA.
no, that was in that's still in the NBA from that was the 55th pick.
That's from the 55th pick,
Yeah,
and you still don't know who they are. I don't. I never heard of them in my life.
exactly. But you hear about Bronny though, right?
Hey, that just come with it. Just like
Right?
Lonzo, Lonzo wouldn't be the second round pick if it wasn't for his daddy,
Who?
Lonzo.
Lonzo who?
Lonzo Ball wouldn't be the second pick of the
Oh
draft
my God.
if it
How was
wasn't for his
that?
daddy. So it's the
Dude,
same thing.
how? How?
What you mean? How you was there during the LeVar, all them moments of talking his son up during ESPN going viral every night. Every time he talked, he went viral, praising and uplifting his son. They raised his stock.
That is so crazy. Because
Same thing.
that's
Lonzo
crazy.
was good, but he wasn't worth it being the second pick. No, he was the number one pick.
Dude,
He
dude,
raised his stock
dude,
so much that the
dude,
Lakers picked him number
dude,
one, even though
dude.
he's
Yeah.
talent when he was
What
good.
you
But he
talking
wasn't
about?
that good.
Lonzo averaged 14 points per game,
Let's see,
seven,
Lonzo
eight
draft.
assists, two steals. Shot 51% from the field. And this is just Google shit because as you're talking, I'm just Googling shit because you mentioned it. Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, if we compare that to uh Bronny James's average at what was at USC,
We know
right?
Lonzo is better in
Right.
college.
We have 5.5 points
We,
per game,
we know this.
2.8 rebounds, 2.25 per assist. And let's look at how.
We know Lonzo is better than Bronny in college. All I'm saying
So
is he
what? So
wasn't.
why did you bring that up then?
I bring that up because you saying Bronny only in the league because he of his daddy, and I'm saying that Lonzo was only the second pick of the draft because of his dad.
No, he's not. He was one
because
of the top.
he spent the whole
Listen,
year praising.
listen,
The Lakers picked him over Jason Tatum. They could have had Jason
listen,
Tatum.
listen.
He was supposed to be a Laker, but because LeVar made so much noise talking about Lonzo and speaking it into existence and saying he better than this person, the Lakers believed him.
First of all, Lonzo is a better. He's a great passer. He's a great floor general. He's 6 feet 6 tall, man. Are you kidding me?
Over Tatum, man. He was
He's
supposed to
six
be
feet
a
six
Laker.
tall. But you know what? Maybe they didn't need Tatum. Maybe they were looking something else. Because you will tell me this: how is Tatum go play with LeBron?
Did Lonzo's stock not go up because of LeVar?
It probably did go up some because of LeBron,
All right.
but it didn't go up. It didn't go up where like it
Lot,
was the deciding factor to make him get picked. That wasn't it. It
that's
wasn't
why
like he
they
was going
call.
to be. It wasn't like he was going to be 10th overall pick. The
No,
thing was, is he
he was
wanted him.
he was
He
still a
wanted
high
him
draft
to
pick.
go to. He wanted him to go to the Lakers, and that's what it did. He got him to the Lakers.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And that's what LeBron did. Got him to the Lakers.
But
Got
he was
Bronny to
getting
the Lakers.
picked anyway. He was getting picked anyway. He just wanted him to
We
go
don't
to the
know by the
Lakers.
Lakers. He was cold. He was getting picked, yeah, anyway, but we don't know if he would have got picked by the Lakers
You
before
know
his
what?
dad
It
made
listen.
all that noise.
He was a listen. He was listen. No matter whether he got picked by the Lakers or not, he was still a first round pick. Bottom line,
Yeah.
no matter how you look at it, he was a first round pick. No matter how you look at it, he was a first round pick,
Yeah, he was.
and that's what you don't, and that's what you keep failing to realize. That's what you keep failing to realize. He was the first time. He was a first round pick. Yeah, that's what you. Hold on.
Bronny hit his first NBA three.
What'd you say?
See, I see all the clips, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. That's just I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to him and what you selling,
That's crazy.
I don't I don't
Every
I don't buy it, man. I just don't buy it when it comes to him.
every time I don't see how you don't see how Bronny like got all this attention. Like every time he do one good thing, it's all over the internet. It's all posted by Sports Center, the Bleacher Report. It's posted. Like he just hit his first three tonight, and it's everywhere. Just that one clip alone.
And the only reason why it's being posted like that is because they trying to pump him up because they want him to be better. That's it. They
We
want
got
they want to put some type of
they
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 want
want
they
Bronny
want
to
to put
be
some they
good.
want
Yeah.
to put some news. They want to put some news behind him.
But I haven't seen not one highlight from the first pick of the draft. I ain't seen one highlight. Not one highlight from the number one pick of Bronny's draft class. I haven't seen not one. But every Bronny blocked somebody shot off the board. It's all everywhere. It's like you would think if you didn't watch basketball, you would think Bronny was the number one pick based off what you see.
I would have thought, what?
I said if you didn't watch basketball and you just go off the clips of what you see, you would think Bronny was the number one pick
Man,
because
listen.
of all the attention that he gets.
I don't know where you getting your shit from, dude. Because I'm telling you, Bronny ass would not be. He should not. He just. I mean, like I said, he should have never went to the Lakers.
It would have been worse if
Well,
he went to another team.
you know what I'm saying?
You think he would have had a better chance developing on another
Yeah,
team?
I think so. I think he would. I think he would have had a better chance if he definitely would have went to another team. And I think, as you say, it would have been less pressure on him if he would have went to another team.
He would have had pressure on
I
him
think so
regardless because of his
because
team. Now, do you think his brother? You think his brother gonna have the same amount of pressure?
is what?
You think his brother gonna have the same amount of pressure?
Yeah, I think I think so definitely. But I think his brother will be better. I think his brother definitely will be better than he is because I think that he's first of all he's taller. That's one. Yeah, one he's taller. Two, um, he has a better shot than his brother. He just do. And then you can. I mean, like I said, I don't know, man. LeBron and Bronny, man, is I don't know. When it comes to Bronny, I just really don't think that Bronny is that player. I think he'll be in the league for a while until his dad is there. And once his dad is there, I think he's out of here. That's what I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Could be like that, but yeah, could be like that.
Huh?
I said that could be a possibility.
But then again, maybe he develops into the player that he's supposed to develop into, and he's a role player, or maybe he's even a important piece of the thing. We won't know. I'm just saying that he should not been put on the floor this early until he had proved himself.
I
That's the
say
thing that I'm saying.
three, give him 3 years.
Huh?
I say 3 years.
3 years?
3 years. That's the time you need to develop.
Yeah. Well, 3 years is a long time. And like I said, with them 3 years, other players are coming up.
Okay.
Every year you could be replaced.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. Really just depends. But, you know, shit, we'll see. But it's been good, guys. It's been on an hour. We're gonna end this. Once again, this is your boy Daniel Haru with my main man, my guy, Kare, a kill over here. So we're gonna be bringing some things, different topics that happen in the NBA or just things that happen around, good topics and news pieces, and just getting perspectives and just chopping it up. Nobody's wrong, nobody's right. It's all just conversation and it's fun. So close us out, Dakare.
All right, y'all. Good chopping it up with y'all. Let us know in the comments or whatnot some good points or who you side with more. Just curious to see what y'all think. Y'all give us your opinions. But yeah, it's good chopping it up with y'all. And thanks for tuning in.
I could feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crap from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in feelings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change.